What's up, everybody? What's up? Let me retweet. Oh, Jolie G's here. Han Solo, Kathy S. Hey, guys. How's it going? We're a day early. Christy's here. Jenny Sue. Lost and Confused. Hello. Hey, good. Can you hear me? Do I sound okay? Israel. Hello. Esra's here. Oh, David Thielen. My heart's a beating. Good. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, girl, hey. Rod Carlson's here. Good. Good, Israel. Awesome shirt, says Yanessa. Thank you. Starting my ugly Christmas sweater shows this month with my Candy King coffee cup, my tea, my afternoon tea, because it's only 4 o'clock here on the West Coast. Hey, Camerson. Puppy Glitter. Maximus Mom's here. Hello, love the sweater. Yes, thank you. It's ugly sweater time. Little soldier. Little Nutcracker. Jolly G. Little Nutcracker John. Comedy Jonah. Hey, Darcy. Thank you. Oh, don't forget to invite your friends and your fans. Right there, that little swoosh button. Awesome. Oh, let me retweet this really quick. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Darcy. Captured the moment. Thank you. Hope it's a good moment. Let's see if my brightness. It just seemed a little dark. I don't know. Okay, so what? Oh, good. My Maddie Kitty capture. Oh, everybody's capturing moments. Here, let me pose with my cup. I don't even know how to capture the moment. You're welcome. Brett on Sunday will leave tomorrow. What? I know. Bookmark that. So I want to know, are you guys have all your holiday shopping done? Is everybody all organized and now can just relax and watch shows on reality recaps and everything's good? Can Sunday leave, please? Says Israel. Yeah, you know, it's funny with Survivor because now that there's only 8 left, you know, we only have, we really start to look at everyone's resumes, like, right? Like from last week's episode when Will, and we're going to get all into that in a second. But now we're kind of looking at what are people doing. So Israel, I kind of agree with you. Sunny needs to go. What has she really done? She's kind of floated, I guess, through the whole thing. I don't know. Wolf Spirit says, hello, John. Hello, Wolf Spirit. Bree says, can you please introduce yourself? Sorry, I have not met you before. Hey, Bree, I am John Richardson. I'm going to do my intro in just a moment, kind of like Eric does. And then you will know everything about me. Let's just go do the intro right now and let's just get started. All right, so hey everyone, watch it on YouTube. John Richardson here with YourRealityRecaps.com. Excited to be talking about Survivor. We only have 8 people left. This has been a great season. If you want to catch all our shows like this, and including our blogs done by our very own Dolphin Poet, aka Melissa, they're super funny. You can find all of our content at YourRealityRecaps.com/Survivor. So funny. I love it. She does the little bubble thoughts. Hilarious. Hilarious. You got to check it out. Also, too, you can become a patron, which really helps us out at Reality Recaps. And you can do that at realityrecaps.com/patron or patreon.com/reality recaps. Every little bit helps. It helps us with shows like this. And you guys on YouTube, I wish you guys could see the folks in the chat room. I'm going to be kind of interacting with the chat room, so I'm going to read their names out loud, and we're just going to have a fun show. And we may even have a guest in, because there's a guest in feature. You can guest in. So I'm John Richardson. I cover Survivor for your reality recaps. You can find me everywhere on social media at Comedy Jonah, and that's comedy and then JONAH, on Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Snapchat, and yes, I'm all over. Just Comedy Jonah. I love it. All right. I hope you just answered. I forgot your name. Hope that answers your question. I'm so excited you're here and that we get to meet. So, oh my gosh, Zeke is gone. And that's not a spoiler, so don't get mad at me in the chat room. It's been a week, people. It's been a week. We had to process it. Are you guys upset about Zeke leaving? I want to hear from you. Laney Girl's here. Oh, just became a patron. Thank you, Susie Q. I know, Maximus Mom. Bye-bye, Zeke. Were you upset, Maximus Mom? Wonderfully says, I celebrated in all capitals. I take it. You were happy with that. Somebody Sunday. That should be a song. Somebody Sunday. It says, I've finally caught up on Survivor, and now I can watch it with you. Yay! So glad. Not really. No, I'm not upset. No one's upset. Harmony says, I'm not upset. So we liked Zeke, but now what? Did his head get too big? Was he playing the game? Israel says, thumbs up times 100. Okay. He was playing too hard, says Rod Carlson. Why does that happen? Everybody, I think, kind of just forgets, right? We see this kind of thing happen on Big Brother. We see it happen. We see it happening on, of course, Survivor. And, you know, the whole thing with, like, Eric talking about the editing, as soon as we see a lot of person in that edit, it most likely means they're going home. I know, too cocky. Martin Vlogger says, can you follow me back? On where? On YouNow? Oh, I'm also Comedy Jonah on YouNow, which I hardly use that account. I'm always on your reality recaps because I love reality recaps. Darcy H in the chat room says, liked him on the show, but I think he would have been an awful winner. Eric Ego for decades. Totally. I would be an awful winner, Darcy H. My head's big enough already. I would have been just... Rod Carlson says, puts a big target on him. It does. Samantha T says, I miss Big Brother. Really? Have you already come down off of Big Brother Over the Top? I almost said After Dark. Over the Top, Samantha, you're already recovered and you're back? Israel says, I like Ken. Me too. I love me some Ken. Nah, John, you would still be fun. I would. It would be, yeah, the total. I'd be the whining. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yes, so he is gone. All right, so let's kind of run down the episode because we get to see Jessica back for the first time. She's not happy. So, we know that Jessica, I'm still shocked that they let it get to that. You know, when you get to the point where you're doing the rocks and you're picking the rocks, you know, wait, let me use this. And you're picking the rocks, right? What? Everybody has to agree on it. I don't understand why Jessica agreed to it. I don't know why any one of them agreed to it. I know I talked about this a little bit last week, but I don't care. I'm talking about it again because I'm mad. I'm mad at my Christmas sweater and my Christmas cup. Because as a player, I wouldn't have picked a rock. Those odds are never in my favor. I'm lucky in other ways, but I'm not lucky in that kind of thing. I'm not lucky with gambling. I'm not lucky that way, you know, so I don't gamble, but other ways, absolutely, blessings. So I wouldn't have let it go to that. I was shocked that she did. Why would anybody do it? Dave had words of wisdom saying, let's just get rid of Zeke now, and if you don't like me, get rid of me later. Why? Everybody was just, and then you got Jeff Probst just, you know, fanning the fire. So it was really, really, I felt really bad for Jessica. It's just been so long since we've seen that. And I think they've done it one other time that I can remember. And you super fans out there, like Yan Solo, what season was the last time that they did the rocks? I know they've done it before. She's like this. It's my tripod. When was the last time? I want to know. I want to know. Maximus Mom says it's Adam's fault for switching the idol. It was total karma for Jessica, says Jenny Sue. Blood versus water. That's right. Says Behertzlinger. That's fun to say. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Max's mom said they should have done the fire. That's my favorite. Oh, the starting of the fire. Absolutely, Maximus mom. I love the starting of the fire. All right, so we see them get back to camp. Hannah's upset. She's crying, upset. Dave's upset. He pretty much burned his idol, he says. So he played it for nothing. And then we see our mischievous little Zeke. Just yeah, all he was missing was the Dr. Evil hands, I thought. But I was hilarious. I was like, I'm happy. That's another one out. Another one I don't have to deal with. Another strong player. You know, I thought Jessica, she's a lot stronger than Sunday. I mean, Sunday, you know, seems like an ice cream sundae. She's just, it's good, but eventually too much of it makes you sick. Is that bad? What's wrong with me? What's in this? What is in here? Oh, Great Dane Mom. Hi. How are you doing? Good job. Oh, I said it right. Thank you so much. Yeah, so too much Sunday gives you a stomach ache, okay? So I was fine. So then we see the final 5-pack. The final 5, right? Which consists of Zeke, Will, Brett, Sunday, and Jay. And then pretty much this episode is basically a war between Zeke and Dave. So now everything is, the whole cast is completely divided, right? We had 9 on this episode. We had that final 5-pack, but Will was not, was playing kind of both sides. On the other side, we have Ken and Dave and Adam and Hannah. So, you know, it's completely split. And I just want to know, you know, we saw Zeke went home. Which side of the fence are you guys on? Whose super PAC do you like? Are you on, let's say, well, Zeke's not there anymore, so we can say Jay, or we can, on the other side we can say Dave's. Who are we liking? Oh, Seattle Jen says Dave's. She's on Dave's. Ah, Marijold says Dave. So I can't pronounce. I just said English. Ken's side says yes. Dave. Everyone likes Dave's. Yes. Well, of course I can't vote against my Ken doll, so of course I'm on that. I'm on board with that. Then we see Ken getting Jessica's advantage. She said she would will it to him, and she did, which is great that you can do that because, you know, it's a new power in the Survivor universe. So we definitely want to see how it plays out. Big Brother Ant says rock draw. Oh, wow. So it was not just in Blood versus Water. It was in McQuazi's. It was in Millennials. Yeah, well, we just saw that. Those 3 seasons besides that season, reality recaps is rock draws. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Yes. I knew it was Blood versus Water. I knew because I knew there was another one, but I didn't remember the Marqueses. I can't speak English today. Sorry, everybody. Ken is the king says IZ is. Who's my winner pick? Says Behitzerlinger. No, that probably didn't. Who is my pick? You know, I like Dave. I can't believe. What are you drinking? I'm just drinking coffee, but you would think I was drinking more. You know, Dave, we were not happy with Dave in the beginning. I couldn't figure out why Dave was on it. But, you know, I've been liking Dave. Of course, I like Ken. Ken's pretty humble. I thought Ken made some bad moves in this last episode. Thank goodness it did not affect him. But also Adam. You know, and let's dive into it. I think Adam is a good one, too. We also learned... So we've got our loved ones came out, right? So then Jeff announces that. And Sunday is reunited with her husband, you know, and everybody's torn up about, you know, because it's their loved one. I don't know what I would honestly do. I mean, I love my mother, but I'd be like, oh, I hope she doesn't have to play with me. Like, I want to win this on my own, and then she could pick me apart during the barbecue. Brett is reunited with his father, which is nice. Jay, we see his sister. Hannah with her mom, which was so funny because it seemed like mom was more upset, and we get to see, we get to see Hannah kind of comforting her mom. I know. John, it's only... Lori R. in the chat room says it's only 4:16 John time. You're right. Double eviction tonight. Is it on... It's not on... Today's Tuesday. Darcy. So I think it's a double eviction tomorrow, correct? Darcy H.? Tomorrow, yes. Says Cheers 180, yes. Their emotions were so amazingly attached. Marigoldi. Did I do it? Marigoldi. Is the J silent? That's what I keep getting messed up on. Because I'm used to kind of pronouncing Spanish words too, so I'm getting that J is confusing me. Marigoldi. Yes, it is tomorrow, double eviction. We're going to have a few double evictions. We've got 8 people left. And I think this wraps up before Christmas, right? And, you guys, next week, I'm going to be doing this from Los Angeles. So, I'm going to be there doing shows, live shows, performing at the Comedy Store on Sunset in Southern California, in Los Angeles. Seeing friends that are in shows and stuff. It's going to be so much fun. So I will be doing that then. We see Adam with his brother. And that's super emotional. And Adam says that he's not going to use his advantage. Immediately says it. And says, I can't do that to any of you guys. So I'm not going to use it. Like, I'm going to win it fair and square. What did you guys think of that? Did you think, oh, he should have just went, screw you, it's a game, right? Like, doesn't the jury go, okay, how much blood did you spill? How much, you know, which it's part of your resume. Using that power, you should use it, right? As part of the resume. Or do you guys think Adam was great in not using it and not taking someone from their loved one and, you know, trying to win it on his own? Jenny Sue says, that was amazing. Total ugly cry moment. I mean, ugly. Ugly, snotty. Han Solo says, that was so nice of Adam, and he got rewarded for it. He sure did. It was so nice. It would have made him a huge target. Absolutely. Bazingler. Millions were trying to play too nice. The Millennials are trying to play too nice, says Kelly Rice. Yes, they are playing super nice. We see Dave and his dad, Goofy Dave, who's doing really well. Ken and his brother. Oh, and he's just as cute as Ken. What is going on in that family? That's a great gene pool. I was like, make me a sandwich. Just kidding. Just sandwich me in the middle. Like I'm the meat. No, that's just dirty. Zach's not on here, is he? Good. It's his birthday. It was his birthday yesterday. We see that. We see. Hello, I know it's a family show. Sorry, everybody. Nice nothing, says Darcy H. By promising not to use it, made him get picked. Then it gave the gave the advantage, and now they take and gave him the advantage, knowing he wouldn't take his away, and puts the target. Yeah, totally. Over there instead of on him, so he gets the double use and no target. Absolutely. Yeah. So we see Ken and his brother, yummy. Zeke and his dad, so sweet. Will and his mom. I think Will's mom and I are the same age. I was like, what? Hey, Zach, happy belated birthday. I think you're 16 now, so yay, you're older. Yeah, so Will is so young that, yeah, you're welcome, Zach. Yeah, so it's funny when you're getting older and all of a sudden it's like, I think I'm that age. Oh, and Jay has one. Jay has his sister. Thank you. Sunrise loves. Absolutely. Paul Tower says, how is Jason now? I think he's good. I think, wasn't he on his way back home today or last night? So I think he's doing much better. No worries. You threw me off there a little bit, but, you know, Jason is a favorite here at Reality Recaps. We love him, so no worries. Yes, so react with the loved ones. Then we see this crazy reward challenge with the ropes and going through things, and you know, you haven't eaten very much. You've only had rice. Maybe next season when I cover that, maybe I'll do just rice all week, and then every time I'm with you guys, maybe I'll eat something because I'll be cooking. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just all over the place. So they had to. So then we see like Ken and everybody starting to dig under that beam, digging, and then Ken's little tight peanut butt gets caught and can't seem to arch his back enough to get it out. Yes. So that was absolutely crazy. So then, you know, Jay is so skinny. He's the one that ends up winning the challenge. So Jay gets to pick 3 people. I think he got to pick 2, and I think, didn't Jeff let him pick 1 more? Modest Vixen says, Ken, poor hot Ken. Poor hot Ken is right. Boo-hoo. So cute. Oh, boo-hoo. Whatever. No, I love it. Jay is a natural snake, and that comp proved it. Oh, Modest Vixen, I'm just loving you, girl. Absolutely. So, Jay, I absolutely agree with you. Kind of being a snake, picks Sunday because he promised her, you know, if I'm ever on Survivor, I'm just going to have people promise me everything, because they keep their word on Survivor, apparently. They don't on Big Brother, but they do on Survivor. So, note to self. Note to self. Oh, I don't even have a pen. Get a big pen. Note to self. Make everyone promise me everything, and then I get to do it. The helicopter ride. Mostly, not the loved one. I'll see my mom when she gets back. But mostly the helicopter ride. And I'm going to need a notary. Love is brutal. Absolutely, Modest Vixen. So we see Jay pick Sunday. And then Adam is just sitting there with the ugly tears. Ugly tears. And he's just like, okay, you get to pick one more. And he says, Adam, thank you, for doing this, and you really showed a kind side. I'm going to pick you. And Adam got to spend some time with his brother. Now, do we think that maybe production manipulated it a little bit? Because, we found out the same day it was released in the news, in the media, that 2 days after this season wrapped up, when it was, 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, that, Adam's mom had unfortunately passed away. So maybe we needed that to talk about that for maybe more of a storyline. I mean, it sounds awful what I'm saying, but it's a show, right? It's a reality show that, so yeah. So I was wondering, Maximus' mom says, I think it's true. Yes. Yikes. I didn't know that, says Laney Girl. Yes. So we got to see Adam kind of sit to the side with his brother, talk about mom, who, was unfortunately super weak. They stopped doing her treatment so that she could gain some strength back in her body, and it was working. And, the whole family are like super fans of Survivor. So seeing, and knowing that Adam was there, kind of representing their family, really was a bright spot on her, on her heart, and to sit there and to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I tease about my mother all the time, almost like how Kathy Griffin does with Maggie, her mother. I love my mother. If something was going on, I don't know if I could finish the season. It would, unless in production told me I was a guarantee that I won. Because, yeah, his mom, it was just sick, you're not there. But then, too, you have to kind of think, when you're there, you can sit there and look at her, but, there's really a whole lot you can do. So maybe it was a good thing. He stayed there because now that's what his mother wanted. I know that if it was me, I don't want my loved ones staring at me. I want my loved ones to remember me the way I was. Like, thanks for checking in. Let's FaceTime. But I don't want you sitting around my bed feeling sorry for me. No, I want you guys to live and remember me for who I was, and, do what you're supposed to do. And if you're on a show that your family loves, like Survivor, be on it. That would make me happy too. So, I think there was a little bit of flack from Adam on social media about not going to his mother's side. But you know what? That's what mom wanted. And so, good for you, Adam. Good for you. So yeah, so he picks Adam. Gets up to date on mom's situation, which was very sad. Now, Survivor. Thank you. Marajoli. The J's throwing me. Absolutely. So then we see them all kind of sitting on a log. Oh, thank you so much. Everybody's like, Oh, my mom, my mom, my mom. She's adorable. I love that woman. Oh, I love that woman. Sometimes I love her too much. She is super great. Thank you, Lainey girl. Yes, she is. Thank you, thank you. I couldn't leave, says Mara Jody. I really couldn't. I don't think he should have. I think he should have stayed. Go Adam. He knows his mom's wishes. Yeah, I think it's great. Yeah, I don't want... Cheers 1801 says, always amazes me how the family visits give life to the survivors more than food. Oh, yeah. When you're... You know, it's one thing, right, to... You know, be in a house like Big Brother with 16 or 50, because you're the 16th person, 15 strangers, right? And you're eating slop and you're doing this. But you have a roof over your head. You know, everybody gets sloppy. The place gets dirty. There's comforters on the floor. But you have comforters. Can you imagine doing that, but stranded on an island? Like, no. No, it's worse. It's so much worse. I have so much respect for them. I absolutely just love the game. It's gone on for so long, and I love it. I'm not even tired of it. I love this season. It's just... I would die on Survivor 2, Lainey girl. Yeah. Israel G says, I could never do Survivor. I did a Survivor video, and I was being really kind of funny and cheeky, and if you guys know me, you know I love Wonder Woman, and the Bionic Man, the Bionic Woman, and all the superheroes and all that stuff, and so I made my own Survivor video, and it's pretty funny, and in it I'm bionic, and in it I twirl around like Wonder Woman, I have the explosion, and then I'm in a Survivor outfit, like I turn into it, so it's pretty funny, and you can find that video. I don't know if it's on Reality Recaps, but you can find it at youtube.com/comedyjonah, and I think there's a couple stand-up things too if you want to just stay there and check that out as well. But it's pretty funny. I had so much fun making it. There was a time where they were kind of thinking about putting two big companies together, like Google and Microsoft, and so, yeah, never happened. But making the video was super fun. Okay, so now we have Adam is sitting there. They're all on the log. And Adam gives Jay his advantage. Now, I forgot who was talking about this earlier. I forgot your name, young lady. But I want to know from you guys, did you think this was a smart move? Game players, put your game hat on. Was this a smart move? Stupid, says Maximus' mom. I don't know why he did it. He didn't have to. Absolutely. Lost and Confused says, if you could design a theme and comp for a future Survivor season, what would it be? Okay, we're going to hold on to that one. I'm going to copy and paste that one. What's on the back of that jumper? This jumper? This jumper right here? Mark Knots? I don't think there's anything, is there? No. It's not a jumper, but you want to see something? While you guys answer that question. Okay, so I don't know where I even got these leggings, but I got, and I can't show them. Can you see them? Look, there's my slipper. Yeah, and they've got snowmen and candy kings. Yeah, so I'm all Christmased out. I don't know if I could just show it. No, I'm not tall enough. Yeah, so I have Christmas leggings. I mean, I'm worse than Eric. And I hate it. Oh, great. You captured the moment. Thank you. I hope it was a flattering moment. Can you imagine if Jay steals a reward? Thank you. Cheers. 1801. Yes. I don't think that was a good move because I know he felt good about that. And it would have been great. David Thielen says, stand on a chair. This is a swivel chair, David. Let me show you my... I even got Santa Claus on my butt. I would. It's so a jumper, darlings. Or not. It's not. These are separates. Jumpers are not. This is separates. See, it's separates. Mark. But now I want a jumper. So I'm going to be Googling jumpers as I do the show. Thank you. Thank you, cheers. No, I thought definitely it wasn't. I thought that if maybe Adam and Jay were going to start working together and he did that, it's kind of a trust thing. You know, people are coming out of the closet. They're not even coming out of the closet, but they're alluding, I guess, to their sexuality to gain empathy and trust. And I thought that maybe if he did that and him and Jay were going to start working together, that would have been possibly a good move. But as we saw later on, they're on different sides. They each have different alliances. So I don't know why he did that. Maybe he got caught up in the moment. I don't know. Maybe he was just so grateful that maybe he thought that there was not another reward that could possibly outdo this one. So why steal it? I don't know. Modest Vixen says Brett's coming out felt very forced, sadly. It totally was forced, Modern Vixen. You're absolutely right. He did it to gain confidence with Zeke because he wanted to kind of start working with him and saying, you can trust me because we're part of the same community. Right? So, absolutely. Jenny Sue says, I think Adam thought it was too much more as a trust builder than Jay. Oh, absolutely. As we saw, I mean, they were on different sides still, so you don't give up your stuff. Did you mention Brett revealing his sexuality? I did, Israel. I did. Absolutely, and that's what Modern Vixen said, too. It seemed forced, and it was. Absolutely. You are trending. Yay. Oh, yay, Leslie K. English. Woohoo. Trending in my Christmas jumpsuit. Or my onesie. I don't have a onesie. I have a camouflage onesie, though. Weird stuff. I don't know. Can I call you Elfton John, please? Please, not idea for Survivor is. Oh, Elfton John. I love it. And then we got to make an Elfton John song. Hold me closer, tiny Santa. Does that work, Mark? Elton John. I love it. Elfton John. Hold me closer, tiny Santa. I'm trying to remember the words. I need an Elton John playlist. I love him. I love it. All right, so yes, so I didn't think that move was the best for Adam's game. You don't give away powers when you have them. You don't do it in anything, in Big Brother, in marriage boot camp, on anything. You don't do it, and especially on Survivor. So then we see just before like the immunity challenge, we see that Will is talking and wants out Zeke. So he's been kind of, you know, in that final alliance of 5 that they've kind of have done. And, you know, Will's just kind of playing along and going, you know what, I need to make a big move. And like we've said in past shows, like when Will would come up, or I think we hadn't heard from him in a while, and then there was a challenge where someone had to sit out, and Will's like, I'll sit out. And it's like, oh, Will's still there. Like, we hadn't seen him in a long time. So, yeah, Will, you're right. You do have to make some big moves. Karen Bannister says, in your mug tops And your mug top's off your... Oh, thank you. Loves my mug and my top, I think. Karen, thank you. Someday Sunny says Will is going to sneak up on these fools. Let's hope. Maximus Mom says, oh no, he won't. He's going home next. Is your grocery list on the back of your notepad? No, it's not, but I did have some notes on there. Boy, you guys catch everything. That's scary. Let me look in the back. You guys see where I live and all my things? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Leslie K. English says, I still like Ken. Me too. So let's talk about Ken a little bit because, we're going to talk about Ken in a little bit. So now we've got the immunity challenge where they're all holding that bar thing, right? With the pole in the middle, and any slight move, it slips through. And we saw like 5 of them at once just lose it, right? And then it's kind of down between with Ken and Zeke, and then Zeke goes. So then Dave was one of the first ones out. So this kind of war that we're having between Dave and Zeke, both of them were out immediately. Ken was out, Dave was out immediately. Zeke held on a little bit, but is out. So then it's really between Adam and Jay. As far as the immunity challenge. Where are my notes? Where am I? So Adam is doing awesome the whole time. Doesn't move. Like as soon as we see the movement, we did a movement. What do you mean my eyes? Now Darcy H says your eyes, when you did that, I did it in response. No, sorry. Maximus says, Ken, chat for the next 30 minutes. John has a crush. Total crush. I love it. I love it. I love good looking that is not full of themselves. I love it. Okay? I think it's so charming. So nobody moves. Adam hasn't moved the whole time. You see Jay starting to move. And then literally just seconds, Jay's little pole hits the ground first and Adam wins immunity. So Adam, it's the Adam episode. So we learn devastating news in the media about his mom. We get an update on the mom at the time this was filmed. Then, thank goodness, of course, Adam was picked to hang out with his brother. Thank goodness. And I think that might have been kind of a production thing because I really don't think, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jay's a nice person. I don't know. But I agree with Vixen in there. He's a snake. Maximus Mom. Oh, Maximus Mom, you're on the Eric rigging train. As soon as you said rigging in the chat room, it sounds just like Eric. Yes, absolutely rigged it. Ken equals modern day Harlequin romance novel character. Oh my gosh, right? Just a cutie patootie. Remix Rob says, hey there, anyone ever tell you that you look like a lot like a younger Nathan Lane? Hopefully a little thinner one. No, I don't, but I like it. I love Nathan. Thank you. I've been called a lot of things, Remix Rob, and that one I like. Just kidding. Or what's my slogan? I don't care what you call me. Mark Knott says, oh, you're straight. All right.
I totally am, Mark. What are you talking about?
Totally. This is just the persona. Maxon's home. I thought Ken was arrogant last week. He has his moments, right? But I think, gosh, when you're starving on an island with a bunch of strangers, I'm going to give you a pass. I'm going to totally give you a pass. All right, so... you guys, nobody's scared of
my deep voice.
Oh, thanks.
My deep voice got me a 400 likes. Awesome, dude.
I know. I know. Thank you, Maximus. Capture the moment. Who is that? I know, right? Oh, it's Bianca Del Rio. It's my Bianca Del Rio VIP pass. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I know. People get confused. That is my drive-through voice, Israel. And if you go to my... you can go see my comedy show, of course, on Your Reality Recaps. Your Reality Recaps on YouTube. Me too. I love Bianca. It's an act, I knew it, says Mark. I know. It's fun. It's good times. But you can catch just the stand-up part on my YouTube at youtube.com/realityrecaps. And I have a whole bit that I do with my drive-through voice. So it's kind of funny. Check it out when you get a chance. 15th is the 2-hour comedy special. Do you have a telephone voice? Mark, it depends on who they're calling for. Because I got a lot of people in here. Lots of people. They all got something to say. Okay, so now we're on day 33 last week. Day 33. We got 7 days left because we all know it's just 40 days that they're stranded on this horrible island. So now we see it kind of cuts to Zeke wanting Ken out, right? Because he says, I really can't get Dave out. I'm so scared. He's like the idol messiah, right? Which is true. Not like what's his name in Big Brother, Josiah, said he was the messiah. He wasn't. You're not, when you're out like the second or third week, you're not a messiah of anything. But Ken has found 2 idols, and he's the messiah of the idols. So Zeke is afraid that Dave sniffing around, that's what he said, which was hilarious. Sniffing around, he probably has another idol, so let's get another big competitor out. Let's get out Ken, which I was not having it. So Zeke is telling this, he wants Ken out to his final 5, but Sunday's never there. Like, it took me a while to get that 5th person. Like, I had to keep watching because all I saw was Jay and Will and Zeke and Brett, right? Sunday's never there making any of the decisions. Nothing. So Zeke wants Ken out. Will needs to make a big move, needs to put it on his resume for when he's the final 3. Isn't going to happen. So Will, is talking with Ken, and Ken's just like, I need to feel something, which I thought was really sweet. And ladies and some gentlemen, he's not just, he needs to feel something in order to have that trust, which I think is amazing, right? Because we don't want to just have him be shallow and just, he needs to trust somebody before he starts making moves on them, which I thought was sweet. So, you can't just have a one-night stand with Ken, is what I'm getting at, in case you didn't get it. So then Will is talking with Ken, and then he just blurts it out. Yeah, Zeke's coming after you. We're all supposed to vote for you. So then the next thing we see is Ken is telling Jay, with Will standing right there, the whole 5 alliance, minus Sunday, she wasn't there. I had to pause it and rewind it a little bit and go, okay, she's never there. This 5, so we know who's on the bottom totem pole of that. So now they're all arguing and just being like, well, who was it? Well, who said this and who says that? And then Ken walks away and everyone's pissed. I was pissed too. I was like, what are you doing, honey? Mark says, my friends say that I'm gay because I don't like football. What a bunch of idiots. P.S. I'm changing the subject because I have no idea what Survivor is. Well, thanks for joining. I should put Survivor / Christmas motif and tchotchkes. Right? Zach, our belated birthday boy, says the dumbest move of the season so far. pretty, I mean, really exposed himself. Not just a big dumb move with, you know, that alliance, but his current alliance. Because now it's like, what do we do? It was really, really not good. Adam is saying to their alliance that Ken has betrayed them. Will's pissed. Now they don't know if they can count on Will's vote because Will's flip-flopping like a dead fish on the shore that they can't seem to catch and eat. Flip-flopping. And now we don't know what's going on. Emotions are raised, right? So then we get to Tribal. And I love it. Again, Maximus' mom, do you think it was rigged that Will was sitting really directly in the middle? Do we think that? I want to hear from you. Maximus' mom or anybody. I thought it was so funny that they were sitting, Will was sitting right in the middle, and that's where everything was split up. It was the divide. I do, says Susie Q. Susie Q. Leslie K. English in the chat room says, the other Zach, I've done that. Okay. Oh, Maximus' mom says, sorry, I'm here. Good. So Maximus' mom, since we're talking about production and rigging, is Eric's word. Do you think it was a production coincidence that Will was sitting in the middle? Since he was kind of the swing vote. Which I think, no. Israel says no. Kelly Rice says, yes, it was staged. Mark Knott says, Googling this show, I think I missed too much. Actually, you didn't. You're almost all caught up. Totally staged, Maximus' mom. Production did that, Israel says. I say it was staged. Everybody says it was staged. It was a little too convenient for Jeff. I don't know if maybe Jeff was having a moment where he couldn't keep things straight, so they literally put one alliance on one side and one alliance on the other side, right? Oh my gosh, it was just so funny. And I love how Dave is just like, let's just put it out in the open. Will's the swing vote. And so basically he was. But we learned just before Tribal. Jeff is getting old. I think I might be older than him. But let me see. Let me look that up really quick. Oh my god, I almost twinkled in my my Christmas leggings. How old is he? Oh no, thank goodness. Okay, no. Jeff Probst is 55 years old. Good. Mark Knott says, I have ADHD. Can we share? How you doing? You need to call in next week, Mark. You can guest in, you know, or you don't seem very shy to me, but you might be face to face. Okay. Yeah, he looks great for 50. Grandpa Jeff, says Maximus Mom. Yes. So I'm not there yet. Absolutely. So, just before we learned that, you know, and I don't know, everybody thought Ken did a bad thing, but you know what? That alliance then did not want to vote for Ken anymore, because I think they still wanted to have Will's vote, so they just said, you know what, let's just get rid of Hannah. So Zeke's alliance wanted just to get rid of Hannah. Ken exposed them. It was kind of stupid, but, you know, they kind of regained everything, and so they were voting for Hannah. So everybody does their votes at Tribal, and and Adam plays his idol. It was the last thing that he had. And literally a landslide. Zeke's whole tribe voted for Hannah, and those votes didn't count because he played his idol for Hannah. And then Dave's whole side voted for Zeke. Ooh, Zeke. Yes. And that's what happened. And then if you looked at the votes at the end, Will was with Dave's side. And he... Am I frozen? Am I frozen, Israel? I thought this was Periscope. No. It's YouNow. You're on YouNow. Okay, good. Somebody said that. No. Okay, good. The light froze. Okay. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Are you a Hannah fan, John? Jolly G. I like her better. It took me a while to warm up to Dave and to Hannah. But she's fine. I love Hannah, says Maximus' mom. Yeah, I thought she's fine. You know, she had that one weird move with Christian Michelle that I didn't like. And it's just like, you know, she let herself get flustered in tribal council. But then she kind of turned that around and we saw Jessica home with The Rock. So, I don't know. Anything that she's done that made me not like her, she's done a move to make me like her. So, she's just kind of even. There's, you know. But somebody asked me who I think... right now, I really like Adam. Of course, I love Ken. But I like Adam. I like Dave. You know, should I side with Brett because he's of my people? No. I mean, Brett's doing fine, but I don't know. But I like them. I like Dave. I like underdogs. I love underdogs. So that's kind of who I'm leaning with. Maximus' mom says her at Tribal was priceless. She made Jeff laugh, and I liked that moment. Me too, right? Didn't she create a new word or something that everybody was getting sick of? Oh, tell Skeezy that I say hello to Lori R. Wish she was here as well. Leslie K. English says, her super fan emotion gets her in the way. I think Hannah, she gets too excited. She does. And how could you still be that excited? You know what I mean? It's like you're dirty. Your legs are all bug bitten. It's like, how could you be excited anymore? I couldn't do it. I couldn't. It just drive me nuts. Oh my gosh. So, I was going to say tonight's preview, but it's tomorrow night. So, we've got a double elimination tomorrow night, which is, oh my God, crazy. But I know a lot of you are going to be watching Eric and I should know her name since I'm on Reality Recaps. I'm doing the interview and then seeing the band play. Like, I'm going to be tuning in for that. So, I'm actually going to be in Christie. Thank you so much. Somebody said, yes. Thank you guys. Yes. So, and then we're going to see her band play. So, we'll see what's going. That's going to be amazing. Can't wait to see that. She was an evil machine, says Maximus' mom. I didn't see Big Brother Over the Top. I already had enough Big Brother. With Nicole winning and all of that. But I don't just do Survivor. I'm doing Big Brother Canada this January, I think, is when the new season is. I know they had a lot of their casting already. And so I do that with Dana. And then I'm also doing it with Eric. So you guys who have stuck with us a long time at Reality Recaps know that when Eric and I started doing this together, that we did a lot of shows together. We did a lot of the Bravo Housewives and all of that stuff. And then we kind of just split the list so that we could cover more and kind of have kind of a more personal life. So I took on some shows, he took on some shows, then we kind of streamed shows down that just kind of weren't working anymore. And so now Eric and I are coming back together and covering Big Brother Canada. And we're also going to be doing backyard interviews live with the cast. And we're going to be doing eviction videos, or not videos, but interviews. So we get everything. We get all the whistles and bells because we love our neighbors in North America and Canada. I call it Canada. We love Canada. They're so wonderful. They treat us so great, and we love having that. And we're going to show you everything on how to watch it, so don't worry about that. Mark Knott says, you know John Richardson is a very funny English comedian. You may have to change your name. Why do you think I have Comedy Jonah? Absolutely. But I own john.richardson.com. So, oh no, johnrichardson.com. So I need to get my website up, but I bought the domain last year, so he couldn't get it. And then, yeah, if you go open up a browser and go into any search engine and type in Comedy Jonah, Jonah, you will see all my stuff, Mark, which is why I did that, to kind of brand myself with that on social media and the internet. Yes, so we're going to be doing Big Brother Canada. We're going to be traveling. We're going to have such a fun show. Eric and I'm going to fly to New York. And then Eric and I are going to do like a road trip up to Toronto. And we're going to have a Gail and Oprah moment. So you guys are going to have a fantastic coverage of that. And it's going to be old school John and Eric like we used to do it. So you guys definitely have that to look forward to. Thank you so much. Oh, sorry, it's going so fast. And Cheer Baby. Thank you, thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So, yes, so lots happening right after Christmas. We're kind of just, I'm doing this show. I'm going to wrap up this season of Survivor, and I'm going to be doing kind of my own just kind of reality cooking show. So I'm going to be cooking some of my favorite dishes that I like to make, and I'm going to be talking about everything, not just Survivor. I'm going to be talking about Housewives of Beverly Hills because that premieres tonight, which I love. I'm going to be talking about Mariah's World. I don't know if you guys are watching that on Bravo, but I just saw that episode and I love it. Oh my God. It's just, so fascinating. I love the ring. Every shot has that engagement ring in it. Oh, sorry. It's the other hand. It's insane. So I've got all kinds of other shows that I'm watching as well as Survivor. So this just gives me a chance to do the 3 things that I love. Hang out with you guys, cook some of my favorite food, and talk about my favorite shows that I love to watch. All in 1 hour, maybe hour and a half, depends on the recipe. So yes, Rachel Ray. I'm going to be using some of my Rachel Ray baking ware that I'm getting for Christmas. Shh, don't tell anyone that I know. Okay, good. Oh my gosh, guys, we are up on the hour. Thank you so much. Oh my God, Jenny G, you're so awesome. Thank you so much for being so generous. Ali C, you're super awesome. Marajoli, you're super fabulous with your donation. Maximus Mom, you're always wonderful. Thank you, Kelly Rice. Look at all those likes. I love it, love it, love it. Look at all those shares. You guys are great. Tune in next week. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm going to be hanging out with you guys, and then I'm going to be going on stage somewhere. I don't know. I have to finish booking myself in Los Angeles. But I'm definitely doing the show, and I'll be in another Christmas sweater, so stay tuned. And even if you don't like that, just check out my accessories, okay? And watch Survivor. We have lots to talk about. Double eviction tomorrow night, all right? All right, in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Check out all of our content at yourrealityrecaps.com/survivor. I'm John Richardson. Follow me everywhere on social media at Comedy Jonah. And I love you, and thanks so much for hanging out with me again. Mwah! Love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Bye, guys.